Well, hey there, friends. I want to tell you a story about something that happened last week, okay? If you are friends on our personal Facebook page, then you have seen I went ahead and posted on my personal page. I didn't know how to go about it. So here's the story of how it happened. We had the privilege of meeting a young lady. She came into our lives a couple months ago, and she had come from across the country. Her parents, her sister live here, and her sister had convinced her that she should move back here because her parents were doing better and she could have some restoration with her family, and she could be a good influence, and it would be good for their whole family to like be together again. So she picked up everything, moved all the way here from across the country, and started to become a part of her family's life, her parents, and all the things. And it didn't take long for her to realize that there were still issues with addiction, and it wasn't safe for her to be living where she was at. And so then she moved, still trying to work things out. And then the place she moved to wasn't exactly safe either, and they had other issues, and all the while we're watching this whole thing unfold. It was so heartbreaking. She was so courageous. She was showing up, and doing the best that she could, but it was a heavy load to carry, and she's so young. And after a while, she realized, she didn't want to say she made a mistake, but the best choice for her at this point was to move back home, which to her is literally on the other side of the country, the farthest across the country. So we wanted to see her off well. We felt responsible to get her there safely, to help her as best as we could. And so we wanted to send her off with money, make sure she had enough to get home. And we did not have enough. Literally, if it was going to cost $2,000, to get her home, it's going to take 7 to 10 days minimum driving time for her to get there. She couldn't fly because it's her only vehicle, and everything she owned was here. And she had help moving here, but her people, our home, couldn't come and help her, and so she had to do it by herself. We're not a big fan of that, but there was no other option. So we went ahead, and she took the week to get herself packed up and get her life ready to travel. And we needed to come up with that money to help her go through with her travel plans. And so I posted on our personal Facebook page, and I invited our friends to help us if they wanted to be a part of what was going on. I usually find a few times a year we end up with a situation that's like, hey, do you want to help us make this happen for another family? If you remember, at Christmas time, same thing happened. There was a family that was in a really tragic situation, and we were able to help them get to the next phase of their life in some small way that brought joy to their life. And that was really amazing. So many of our personal friends and family pitched in. We made a private Facebook group. We were giving them updates, and so many things came of that. So many beautiful things. And we made a difference. So I thought, okay, I'll just post again and I'll see what happens here, and we'll get the help that we can, and we'll do the best that we can. Well, so many people did pitch in, anywhere from $5 to $50 to $100, and it all makes a difference. And that still was not enough for us to be able to, we were going to have to pull from savings, and there just was not enough money left to move things around. And all of a sudden, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, this is what Project Hope is for. So if you're new here, Project Hope, it's the official name is called the Project Hope Foundation. It is our 501c3 that we created along with our sister store, Consider the Fields. And the whole purpose of Project Hope is to be a faith-based long-term program where women can come to overcome addiction and abuse with their children. The program is designed to have children with them so we can help them with their safety plan and get the kiddos home with the mamas. So when we adopted 2 kids from foster care, our kiddos could not go home. But there's mamas out there, that want to do the right thing, and they just need the tools, they need the community, and they need a chance to be able to do that. And so that's the point of Project Hope, So it is a glorified checking account with a vision and a plan, and Consider the Fields funds all of that. So as I sat on that through the week, and I'm like, well, we don't have enough personal money to help her on her journey. And I opened up the bylaws and I was looking through the mission statement, and we had included so many things, from helping foster kids to, if you've ever seen Isaiah 117 House, we always want to be a part of that and put that into some part of our vision here. Tim has a program that he wants to run for the men that's very similar. There's a lot of dads out there that just want to do the next right thing, and they need community and support to get their kiddos back. And so we did not limit the mission statement and the bylaws in that way. And we're looking at this girl whose life is literally ransacked because of addiction and abuse, and we were like, okay, we can help her with this. And so for the first time ever, we wrote a check for her to get her safely home from the Project Hope Foundation. And I tell you all this to say what I understand was going on in my life. Like, this had to happen for me to realize we have a nonprofit for a reason, and we have a nonprofit for a purpose. And even if we're at this base level right now where we can't have, a long-term home with house parents and all of that right now, but we do have a checking account, and there was a need. And we were able to, I got a little gift basket for her and just put some energy drinks and some snacks and stuff like that, along with a card. And I listed off the names of everyone who had donated to help her on her journey so she could understand she wasn't alone. There was even one friend who messaged me directly and was like, I can be a point of contact for her if she wants to call through the night, if she needs a friend to talk to, if she needs a support, give her my phone number so while she's traveling, she doesn't have to do this alone. And so that is a community that showed up for this girl. And I realized, like, it's already happening in action. And we were able to change someone's life and get her home safely. She's still in her travels right now because somebody bought a shirt and changed a life. Somebody believed that they could do something. And in that, I realized what we could have done is have everybody donate to the nonprofit, and that could have been a write-off, and we could have all sent together from her, sent her on her way all together, and it would have been a write-off for all these people, these friends that just give so willingly. And I know that's not why you do it, but also there's a way of doing things, and I never saw it in action before. And so my encouragement to you is, there were some of you that messaged to say, I really wish I could help, but I can't right now. Or if you didn't have money, then you were offering a place to stay. I mean, the messages I got were so moving, so encouraging. And I say all this to explain, if you have ever supported Consider the Fields in any way, if you are a member of the T-shirt club, if you were a member of the T-shirt club, any of that, if you've given to Project Hope, you can give directly. We have people that give on a monthly basis. And so that's where that money came from. That's where that support came from. We were able to help this girl go safely back to her community because somebody believed in Project Hope and somebody believed in Consider the Fields. So when you're shopping small with us, that's what happened, and that's what we did behind the scenes. And so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am not ready to commit to like a whole nother Facebook page with Project Hope and all the information going on there, but I know through this page we will be able to share more information as more situations come up and as more people come into our life that we need to help. The invitation can be here, and we can give you the link to donate to Project Hope, and that will be what helps these people move on to the next safe place in their life. So all that to say, it was a very beautiful moment, a beautiful lesson. It was very bittersweet. To all of you who helped or wanted to help, that's the thing, is if you have shopped Consider the Fields and if you have donated to Project Hope, you had a part in helping her on her way. So I just want to say thank you. I just want to say that your work is not in vain and your gift is not in vain. I can keep you posted if y'all need an update or anything like that. But I just want you to know the door has been cracked open and we have realized like there is a way of doing things. So I thank you for being a part. We could not do this without you. And because you choose Consider the Fields, whether you just share our content, help the algorithm, show up at our events, buy a t-shirt, join the club, whatever you do, it all made a difference to this girl in this season. So here's to believing there's many more. And here's to showing you, like, this is what happens when everyone does their something, right? So thank you. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for shopping with us. Thank you for giving. So many of our friends and family just gave. And because of that, we were able to change somebody's life. And that's what it's all about. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.